All right, I'm Sergeant First Class Colton Smith once again. We're here to talk about the Performance Triad.
I'm Brian Lehmann. I'm the dietitian for the Carl Donnell Army Medical Center located at the Regency campus at Fort Hood. Would you talk a little bit just about your nutrition, right? The Performance Triad is nutrition, activity, and sleep. So from a sleep perspective, yesterday you were talking you get 7-8 hours of sleep at night regularly. You wake up in the morning time. What's nutrition look like for you? What's the first thing that you do?
First thing I do in the morning, I drink about 1 liter of water, and I might have little BCAAs in there as well, branched chain amino acids, and I actually fast on my first workout of the day. I find that I have a better workout, I have a better day when I do that. My body's not worried about digestion as much as it is burning the fat that I have stored up to get that workout through. And some people can't find a way to do that, but once you do it with 2 or 3 times, your body gets used to it, and I feel like I perform better when I'm fasting in my first workout of the day.
Right, and you're hydrating. Why are you hydrating first thing in the morning time?
Right, I stay hydrated. Obviously, your optimal hydration is going to be, that's how you raise your performance level. That's how I do everything as far as pushing to the next level in my training as well. I mean, if you're dehydrated, talk about it. 2% dehydration equates to 20% lost performance. For us as soldiers, think about that on the battlefield. 20% lost performance, that's pretty substantial. So that's why I really make sure, you're not always hydrating. Right now I hydrated yesterday for today, and so on and so forth. So I'm constantly hydrating, constantly putting in at least 1 gallon to 2 gallons a day, depending on my workload and what I have going on. And again, branched chain amino acids in there, electrolytes in there. Biggest thing is just to have a good balance of that to make sure that you're feeding your body properly.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why you're using the branched chain amino acids is just because of the volume of activity that you're doing. How many times a day you work out?
3 times a day, 5 days a week.
Right, and so when we're talking about branched chain amino acids, many times you can get proteins from the foods that you're eating. When you're exercising 3 times a week, right, that increases greater demands, right? When you're finishing your workouts, what's some of your protein sources that you get after your workout that you get done?
So immediately after my workout, again, I hit a 30-minute window. Within that 30-minute window, I like to have a good, fast, quick carb. It could be your favorite gummy bears. Like for me, it's Haribo gummy bears because of the dextrose. Again, only a handful of them to spike that real quick, or maybe some Twizzlers. And that way, it's almost like I worked out to get this prize, this goal, and that was my gummy bears. And then right away, I'm having either whey isolate or a mixture whey isolate and whey protein.
Yeah, and so whey protein as a post-workout recovery, it's a fast digesting protein that you can get in. Hitting carbohydrates and proteins immediately after your workout is a great way for you to recover the energy that you just burned, right? If you're not refueling, and you touched on that 30-minute window, amplify that. Why right after 30 minutes?
So after 30 minutes, they talk about basically, I can put it in simpleton terms for you, your muscles, the way I look at it is my muscles are opened up.
We were talking about the importance of that 30-minute window. Why refueling 30 minutes after your workout versus waiting to shower, change your uniform, go back to your place is important. Can you touch on why you hit the 30-minute window?
Right. We talk about here at Fort Hood Combatives, we talk a lot about fueling the beast and making sure you're constantly fueling yourself. You're like a race car. You don't want 87 octane, you want 110 race fuel. So again, that 30-minute window for me, catabolism sits in, where generally, essentially your body's eating your muscles, okay, after you worked out, and it's going to diminish any gains that you made during that workout, whether it's a weight training workout or a cardio workout. So right away, I'm hitting to replenish my body, whether it be from whey protein, whey isolate protein. I put a little steel cut oats in there, get some good digestible carbs in there with the steel cut oats. And then from there, I'll have, like I said, a handful of gummy bears, cerebral gummy bears, kind of as a goal, as a prize for a hard work. And again, just a handful, not a whole 2-pound bag of gummy bears, but get those dextrose levels up as well, and real quick, fast absorption carbs like that. And if you have it, a handful of about a fist size of chicken breast, salmon, something like that for a good lean protein source.
Yeah, and also, if you're hitting the DFAC, one of the things that you can look at are, hard-boiled eggs. Eggs are a great source of protein afterwards. Egg yolks, right? Keep them to 2. But the egg white protein that you get from those hard-boiled eggs are a great way. Also, I like how you're talking about putting that whey protein into steel-cut oats, because that oatmeal provides you with good digestible dietary fiber that's going to take longer to digest over time, and it slows the digestion, keeps your energy level up, right? As opposed to riding the roller coaster, energy level up and down. That oatmeal gives you that sustained energy level throughout the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. So then, as you transition from that, what does your mid snack look like? Midday.
Right. So midday, my snack will look like something like an apple with some natural peanut butter. And again, you can get the apple with defect. After you leave breakfast, you grab the apple, you throw it in your pocket. And if I still have hunger cravings, the things I use for hunger cravings, rice cakes with a little bit of honey. And I usually find honey that's made in the state where I'm at, like Texas, help me out with my allergies as well. So I'll have a rice cake and honey, apple, peanut butter. That's just a snack right there. Nothing too substantial, nothing too large. Again, I almost like to stay a little bit hungry throughout the day. That way I know I'm not overfeeding myself.
Yeah, and if I'm hearing you right, it sounds like you're balancing your food intake with your physical activity level. Times when you're more physically active, you're eating more, but you're eating frequently throughout the day, right?
Yes. I mean, I eat 5 times a day, 5, sometimes 6 a day, counting an extra snack. And again, none of my meals are too much larger than my fist. For me, I just know it's a good measurement to know how much I'm taking in. And again, eating slow if I can, chew extra, and obviously drinking fluids as I'm eating as well to get fuller faster. Because everyone knows you can gorge yourself at a buffet and you don't feel full until it's too late. And by that time, you're bloated, you're not feeling good, you got to pop your top button on your trousers. So again, meal about the size of my fist 5 or 6 times a day.
Yeah, I like that. The other thing that we see a lot of times, guys show up for their PT in the morning time, and this idea of falling out, cramping. Have you seen much of that here, or can you talk much about that, just in terms of starting a workout, not being able to finish through?
Absolutely. Throughout the holidays, we just started up a level 1 basic combatives course here at Fort Hood, and we had a 60 man level 1, 60 soldier level 1 rather. And right off the bat, after 10, 15 minutes of warm-ups, we had soldiers falling out. Because of the, Turkey Day, we had Thanksgiving, we had a Thanksgiving break. They weren't properly hydrated. They knew they were coming here. They knew it was something strenuous. They were not properly hydrated. Within 15 minutes of a warm-up in an air-conditioned environment, they were falling out rather quickly. There's 2 or 3 soldiers had to fall out and seek medical attention. And, I can't stress it enough. Like I said previously, when you need to hydrate, if you're thirsty, it's too late. You're not hydrated. You need to hydrate for the next day. So today, I'm hydrating for tomorrow and doing it the right way with proper potassium, with my bananas, with my branched chain amino acids, with electrolytes. And again, that could be a Gatorade mix, that could be a Gatorade powder, getting a banana from the DFAC. You have it at your disposal.
And I think one of the things too, when we're talking about electrolytes that you're looking at, I like how you're talking about food. Many times we think about using carbohydrate energy drinks, Gatorades, those sorts of things. But I love how you're putting food in with that as well. You were talking too as well, you get your calcium sources from your dark green leafy vegetables. And calcium, if you're under that extreme activity that you're doing, calcium could be one of those things that are causing the cramps as well. Talk to me about those greens that you eat.
Absolutely. So I don't drink a whole lot of milk. I'm not big on milk. I might drink a little bit of almond milk if I want it with my oatmeal or whatnot. I'm big on my green leafy vegetables, my kale, my arugula, my spinach, my baby spinach, and any other vegetables that are deep in color, carrots and stuff like that. That's what I eat, and that's what I fuel myself with. That's how I get that calcium and some of those nutrients that I need that I'm not getting from not drinking milk.
Yeah, and it's all about personalizing, right? And you found something that works for you. You know that you need calcium. You personalize that for you. The Performance Triad has information on their Apple product app specifically for tracking what your needs are. And so if you want to know where you're getting calcium in your diet, you need it, that is a resource that you can use to track to ensure that you're getting the nutrients that your body needs. Not only is it potassium, not only is it calcium, but it's also the fluid, the carbohydrate, it's the entire package. And each time that you're eating, you're getting that, right? Once you've seen those PT sessions, you notice that there's times of the year that you're trying to cut weight, right? And you go through there. Of course, cutting weight, there's right ways of doing it, there's wrong ways of doing it. Do you just go ahead and skip meals, push away, and starve yourself? How do you go about doing it?
I don't. I continue to eat 5 to 6 meals a day, even while I'm cutting weight, substantial amount of weight as well, and I'm still hydrated. I don't go in the sauna. I don't do bath salts. I don't do crazy 48-hour diet that you see on TV or a magic pill. Mine is hydration, getting my kidneys and my liver used to processing a substantial amount of water while still having branched chain amino acids in that water as well. My meals, again, are very simple. Try to find the purest form of meals. Look on the back on an ingredient label at the shop at or the PX, wherever you buy your, the commissary. And the least amount of ingredients is probably the best, most purest form of food you're eating. I mean, it's basic. You got your oats, your steel cut oats, your oatmeal. Again, a lot of the stuff's found at the DFAC. You can go to the DFAC and find this. For me, I was in senior leader course and I was trying to get a little weight down. For senior leader course, I had to fight after senior leader course, and all I had was a chow hall. I didn't have time to go and make any food or anything like that, so I had roasted chicken there. I took the skin off it. I ate the roast chicken every day, twice a day, to be honest with you. And I had a handful of greens with it. They had some fresh broccoli there. They also had fresh spinach just at Fort Benning, Georgia. It was open to the basic training soldiers. Everybody had it. So I had my veggies. I had that, and I had a little bit of yogurt. Again, that's dairy as well, but I had some yogurt, some cottage cheese there as well. There was definitely healthy choices at the DFAC. Every DFAC I've been to on Fort Hood, there has been something there that I can eat, that I can tailor into my diet. And I love that. I mean, the thing that you're talking right there is you don't have to wait for that free-range chicken, that wild-caught sockeye salmon to make a healthy nutrition choice. That when you're talking about cutting weight, you're just talking about eating clean, right? That you need to get fresh fruits and vegetables in your diet. You're doing more vegetables during that time, but it's no surprise when you go grocery shopping and 2/3 to 3/4 of the food in the grocery store is sitting without refrigeration. The reason why it's able to do that is that salt intake that's in there, right? It's the processed foods that are in there. And so as you can incorporate at least 8 servings of fruits and vegetables in your day, that is tremendous in terms of accomplishing it. You can perform at a high level doing it. Absolutely. The vegetable intake, and I do have starches. Okay, I do have quinoa or basmati rice, but again, white rice even. If it's there, if it's accessible, I need a starch in my diet, I will. I'll use that instead of pasta or bread. And I try to stay away from that enriched wheat flour, but I will have it. I will eat white rice with my chicken. Again, that's a pretty simple carb right there, so your body will take it in, especially when you're doing a high volume of workouts. If you're not working out, obviously you need to tailor your diet, cut back on the carbs a little bit, bring them up with the vegetables and the fruit. That's to be your source of carbs from veggies and fruit. And then again, having a good meat portion and a good lean meat as well. We should talk about with the fish and the chicken, even almonds and stuff like that. Looking at nut butters, peanut butter, cashew butter. That's not bad. It's not a bad fat to have, guys. You guys need those fats in your diet as well for brain power. And I love how you're talking about the idea of incorporating nuts in there, almonds, walnuts, pecans, monounsaturated fats that you're getting from there. And then you're talking fish. You've got tuna, you've got salmon. What's Colton Smith's favorite fish that he eats? Because you eat a lot of fish. I do, and wild-caught salmon is obviously top choice there. I don't eat a whole lot of tilapia. If it's there, I'm going to eat it. If it's at the DFAC and I'm at school or I'm in the field and they bring it out in the mermites, yeah, I'm of course going to eat it. And that's maybe not my first choice, but again, it's a better choice than the fried chicken or the veal that you see on the or the chili mac. Okay, again, I try to stay away from those pastas. I try to keep with maybe a little bit of rice, and then, like I said, any kind of fish I have there that's not fried. You get a little bit of what you like, but a lot of what you need. Absolutely. On that. Without a doubt. Yeah. So when you're talking about that as well, we just did a healthy nutrition talk for some of our infantrymen that are going out in the field, and what they're getting into is those cryovac individual salmon packs as well, right? It might be fresh grilled, but having that omega-3 fat in there, how does that keep your inflammation down, and why are you doing that? Yeah, absolutely. So I don't do a whole lot of red meats because of the inflammation that it causes, and also the good oxygenated blood cells have to go to my stomach and try to break down that over a 24-hour period, the red meat. It's kind of hard on your digestive system, especially for me. Same with dairy as well, and that's why I'm staying away from those kind of foods, especially during camp, or I got a PT test around the corner. I'm not going to eat red meat. I'm going to stay away from that, or pasta. Again, I want my digestive system to work efficiently, work for me, and boost my metabolism at the same time. Well, I mean, it's clear to me that nutrition, you're dialed in on it. This is something that's critical for your training program and your performance. Not only nutrition, sleep, activity, there's more information that you can find at Army Medicine with the Performance Triad, and I appreciate the time to be able to sit down with you and talk through that. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay, absolutely. Again, I'm Sergeant First Class Colton Smith from 3 Corps Combatives. And next we have Family Resiliency at 1500 Central Standard Time. You can follow us on Twitter, #MasterReadiness.